it is Monday, April 27th, and I'm gonna go over today's workout. We are gonna start with a Tabata front squat or Tabata Zercher squat, depending on what piece of equipment you're gonna use today. So basically, Tabata is 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest. 10 seconds is not a whole lot of time, and we're gonna be going through this for 8 rounds, which will take a total of 4 minutes. So we're trying to get as many reps as we can in that 20-second bout, and we're trying to stay consistent. So if we're able to get 10 squats in 20 seconds, we wanna try and get 10 squats every time. Your score today will be your lowest number of squats you accomplished in that 20-second time frame. After that, we're gonna do a 4-time workout. It has a buy-in of 30 double dumbbell deadlifts. If you don't have 2 dumbbells, that's fine. We'll use a barbell if you have that, or we'll go to a single dumbbell. Once you finish with those 30 deadlifts, you're gonna go into 3 rounds of 20 alternating single arm dumbbell hang clean and jerks, followed by 20 split squats with that dumbbell. You can hold that dumbbell however you like during the split squats, and the split squats do not need to be alternating. Once you finish with those 3 rounds, you're gonna end on another set of 30 double dumbbell deadlifts or barbell deadlifts today. To start the warm-up, we're gonna go through 20 jumping jacks and 10 windmills for 2 rounds. So 20 jumping jacks. After those 20 jumping jacks, we're gonna stand with a little bit wider stance, slight bend to the knees, arms out in front. You're gonna hinge that butt back and take your opposite arm towards that opposite foot, stand nice and tall, and alternate. You'll get 5 on each side, and you'll go back to 20 jumping jacks, and you'll end on 10 windmills on that second round. After that, we're gonna go into a forward leg cradle. Once we stick that foot in the ground, we're gonna follow it up with a nice solid single leg RDL. So we're gonna rock through 5 on each leg. Once we went through that, we're gonna take our stance out nice and wide, and we're gonna go into the Cossack squat. So here you can try and get lower and lower as you get more warm. We're gonna end up doing 5 on each leg. Send that butt back and down. Try as best as you can to keep your chest upright, driving that knee out over your plant foot. Once you have finished with 5 of those, we're gonna start getting to the shoulders a little bit more. We're gonna hinge over, we're gonna open our arms, and we're gonna hug ourselves, trying to slap our back, going over and under for 10 reps. Once you finish with that, we're gonna hinge back over, this time going into I, Ys, and Ts. Thumbs facing up, retract those shoulder blades back. We're gonna raise up for an I for 10 reps. Then we'll go 10 reps in that Y position. And lastly, we'll go 10 reps in that T position. Now, once we finish with that, we're gonna go ahead and get into the hips a little bit more. I want you to grab onto the tops of your shoes, drive your butt down, drive the knees out, chest up nice and high. From here, we're gonna go right arm in the air, left arm in the air, stand. We're gonna repeat through that for 5 reps. Grab onto the shoes, sit the butt down, nice high chest, right arm, left arm, stand. Once we finish with that, we're gonna go ahead and split our stance. This will be what we're gonna be doing for those split squats today. We're gonna use it as a warm-up. Once you're on that back toe, front foot, full foot on the ground, our torso is gonna go straight down. Notice that I'm not too narrow, and I'm gonna descend, tapping my knee to the ground, standing nice and tall, and just coming back into this standing position. I want you guys to do 5 on one side. We'll switch feet. You're gonna go 5 on the other side. All right, now once you finish with that, we're gonna go into some leg swings with a high kick and a little bit more dynamic. So here we'll go single leg high and then into that high swing. So single leg RDL into that high swing. Give me 5 on each side. Once we've done 5 on each side, we're gonna get into an explosive jumping air squat. So from here, we're gonna squat all the way below parallel, drive up and out of the bottom of that squat. Go ahead and give me 10 jumping air squats. This should be good enough to get that blood going, heart rate up, and now we'll go over the movements. A is the Tabata front squats or Zercher squats today. If you have a barbell, you should keep it light enough that you could easily clean it off the ground if you needed to, and that you can continuously work for 20 seconds. So we don't want to make it too heavy, something that you would traditionally move in a Metcon. Now, if we are using dumbbells, we're going to try and do a double dumbbell front squat. So once you pick your dumbbells up off the ground, you'll clean them into this front rack position, okay? We're gonna keep our elbows up nice and high, and for 20 seconds, you'll be descending all the way to your bottom position, below parallel, and standing nice and tall, fighting to keep that chest upright. Same thing as if you have a barbell. If you have one dumbbell that you like to use, you can hold it like this, you can hold it like this, whatever makes the most sense for you. I wanna talk a little bit about the Zercher style. So if you have a sandbag, you can use a sandbag and kind of curl it into the crease of your bicep. I'm gonna use a plate as an example. If you have a plate at home, feel free to use that. So when we hold the plate, we're going to place that plate kind of in that crease like so, and we're gonna hold it tight to our body, okay? This places the weight in a little bit different area, makes it very awkward, but more importantly, it really forces you to use your back, okay? You're gonna be fighting that resistance to fall forward because the plate is so low on our body. So we're going to do the same thing, except you might feel this a little bit differently. You're gonna go all the way down below parallel, stand nice and tall. We wanna stay nice and activated, and we wanna make sure that we don't get hunched over and that we keep this nice squeeze position with our bicep, holding that weight nice and strong. Okay, so 20 seconds of that, followed by 10 seconds of rest, and then we're gonna repeat through that for 8 rounds, all right? Your score will be your lowest amount of squats that you get in a particular 20-second bout. So try and get the same number every time. Is going to be a 4-time workout. It begins with 30 double dumbbell deadlifts or a barbell deadlift. So if you don't have 2 dumbbells and you're going to be using a barbell today, I suggest loading it up to 135 for the guys and 95 for the ladies, or something that we can hold on to. So we don't want to have to break this up, not necessarily saying you have to do all 30, but we could do 10 at a time, rest, do another set of 10, rest, do another set of 10. Or if you're really great at deadlifts, maybe cut it in half to 15 and 15. So for the dumbbell deadlifts, your feet are going to be a little bit more narrow than they would be with a barbell. We're going to deadlift that weight off the ground. Only one head of the dumbbell needs to touch, so I like to point mine down. I'm settled back in my feet, my chest is big, my shoulder blades are back. Stand nice and tall, driving that ground away from me, okay? As I return to the floor, I'm going to hinge my butt back, tap, stand, tap, stand. We have 30 reps there, okay? So move your dumbbells around, make sure you've got a good weight for yourself. If not, maybe we choose an odd object like a sandbag or even a medicine ball. The next movement is going to be the 3 rounds of 20 dumbbell alternating hang clean and jerks, followed by split squats, okay? So I want to talk about the alternating hang clean and jerk. That means that you're going to be switching in the air if possible. So if you have a kettlebell, it's a little bit harder to switch in the air. You can still do it, and I'll show you how, or you can put it on the ground, okay? So from here, I'm going to go into that hinge position from the hang, clean, catching into that power position, and then jerk, dip and drive out of it. On the way back down, I'm going to switch in the air, nice and smooth, just switching my hands, keeping my breath under control. So you'll end up doing 10 on each side, okay? So if you have a kettlebell, sorry, I forgot my prop, but if you have a kettlebell, it's very similar, all right? So as you hinge, catch, press, when you bring it back to here, this is when you're gonna wanna switch. Other hand comes up, hinge, press. As you come here, other hand comes through, hinge, press. So the switching does not occur up here, it occurs down here, all right? So as you're switching, you're just kind of dropping it into your other hand, all right? So it takes a little bit more skill work and honestly, more of your mind, all right? You really gotta think about what you're doing. So that's the alternating dumbbell hang clean and jerks. The next movement is the split squats, which we kind of talked about in the warm-up. So we're gonna allow you to hold this dumbbell however you like today. So you can stay in the one stance and do all 20 on one side, switch and do all 20 on the other side the next round if you want. I don't suggest that. I suggest splitting it in half, doing all 10 on one side and then all 10 on the other side. So if I was gonna hold this, I would maybe hold it down in front of me, just kind of letting it hang. If you wanna pull it up to your shoulder, you can. Let it rest there, that's fine. You can hold it on either shoulder or either side, completely up to you. And you may wanna change it as you change sides. Okay, so from the side angle, you can see torso is going straight down, and I'm just lightly touching my knee to the ground, okay? Once I finish 3 rounds of that, I'm gonna end again, picking up my dumbbells, and I'm gonna knock out another set of 30 double dumbbell deadlifts, all right? So that's the workout, y'all. Should be pretty fast in that midsection, just kind of breathing and moving, no real rest. Have fun. Happy Monday. Get after it.